When you go to the Pac-12 championship game, usually the coach gets rewarded. Helmets Off is on. All right, welcome to another edition of Helmets Off. I'm your host, Scott Mitchell. Helmets Off is now on. And of course, so is University of Utah head football coach Kyle Whittingham. Gets an extension through 2023. So that's a 4-year extension, if I can do my math right, which I believe I can. And here's the longest tenured coach in the Pac-12 and the third longest tenured coach in college football. Getting an extension means one of two things, because Kyle Whittingham got a brand new boss last year. Mark Harlan was the new AD after Chris Hill retired after 30 years at the University of Utah. It means one of two things. It's almost like the kiss of death when the new boss says, yeah, you're my guy, love you, and gives you a contract extension, or it means, hey, good job and well-deserved. I want to talk about both, quite frankly. And it's kind of one of those situations, because it's remarkable. College football is a very tough sport to be successful at in today's world, quite frankly, because the players are all over the place. And there's as much managing, there's as much babysitting, probably 3 times as much as there is actual coaching on the field. Athletes have access, they communicate so much more freely because of social media. They can literally be at your school and put themselves in a portal to be somewhere else if they want to go. And they're pretty much free to go whenever they want to go, with very minimal actually holding them back. So it's quite a challenging thing. And then you have players that say, look, if I'm not starting as a freshman, I'm just going to transfer. So you got a lot you're dealing with as a head football coach. There's changes in philosophy. This whole management of players is a challenge. And for a coach to be just coaching in one place for 14 years speaks volumes. And quite frankly, Kyle Whittingham has been at the University of Utah for like 25 years, 14 as the head football coach. It really speaks volumes of the type of coach that Kyle Whittingham is. And one of the things that I think makes a great coach, and you can debate whether you like their style, their system, all of that stuff, great coaches have a core value, a core kind of principle that guides all of their programs. And all the great coaches kind of have this, whether it's a North Star or it's a core belief or whatever it is, and they don't vary from that. And they usually have really good success. And some people might argue and say maybe they could be better, maybe they couldn't. But really and they kind of all have this trait. Kyle Whittingham is of course built it on being tough, being physical, playing great defense, great special teams, and taking care of the football offensively. And it's worked very well. And this is a team that, really kind of stepped up into the major, so to speak. It was in the Mountain West Conference, and then Utah was accepted into the Pac-12. They've been in the Pac-12 conference now for 8 years. And this is a team that's slowly worked its way up and developed into a consistent contender. And that just speaks volumes of how the coach actually is. So you have to say, if you're a player, I like this. I like that there's consistency. I like that this guy's going to be around. I like that there's a formula to what he's doing that breeds success. Now, on the flip side of it, when your boss gives you kind of the attaboy, or you're doing a great job, that so often is like the kiss of death. It's like, and this is kind of the dichotomy of this whole situation, where you have a team at Utah that a lot of people feel is the best in the Pac-12, and now you've kind of set yourself up for the success, and you better come through and you better deliver, or else. I'm not certain that that's the scenario here at Utah. I think Kyle Whittingham is in a very secure position, but so often when the coach gives you a vote of confidence, you're my guy, means you're probably on a short leash and you better succeed, you better do well here, or else you're out the door. All right, Helmets Off is now off. You can text helmets to 65537. You can go to Facebook at the Helmets Off podcast or on Twitter at the Helmets Off show. Be smart, dial us in on that phone of yours. Until then, we'll catch you soon.